You know, okay. The Billionaire Club is live and direct. How you like that? We like that. We like that. We like that. Yeah. Okay, we got Sunship here finna give us a little a rundown what he's giving to the what I'm saying, where he's got for the squad to keep us, how we supposed to be in this situation that we in. Only we know what situation that we are in, so we're gonna let other people think and do what they need to do for themselves, and we're gonna keep pumping and pushing this way. So it's on you, Sunship.
All right. Well, if you've heard any of this before, please bear with me. I was explaining how Midwest has, through everything that he's done, he's made it possible for me to just be able to basically set up a health and wellness program for everyone in the group. And so that way, each person in the group can not only receive health coaching, but also can be basically a sponsor for a membership of health coaches. Because I know that everyone on the team, has been vetted and has been basically, filtered through a process of just making sure that everyone is here to help each other, and everyone here is here to be a blessing to each other. And so so that as well just gives me all kinds of freedom to just to give as much coaching as I possibly can to the team, either to help coach individuals or to help host your health coaching membership. Because this is, I think, a further filter to help Midwest as we're introducing concepts of business to people. So, they may not be ready to move forward with the full franchise, but at least for the people that are in your circle of influence, you're able to talk to them about the things that help them stay healthy, the things that help them basically do whatever it is that they're doing at a top level. One of the things that we go over are 8 elements of health and wellness. It starts out with breathing. The breathing, hydration, nutrition, cardiovascular activity, resistance activity, flexibility, rest, and sleep. So the 8 most basic elements of health and wellness that you go over with individuals. It helps them kind of put their mind around their own well-being. And when I put them in that order, 1 to 8, I teach the same way all the time, so that whenever a person is thinking through it, they can think of it in order. I don't want to say in order of importance, because breathing is important and hydration is important, but it's just that we breathe more, we hydrate, kind of like in the order of how you engage your body, how you engage your systems. And I've been doing it the same way for almost 20 years now, and it's helped me. It's helped me in pretty much everything. It's helped me in my job that I'm in right now. It helps me in just basically having conversations with people about almost anything, because it creates a foundation to talk from. And what I found is that in these conversations with people about health and fitness and nutrition and wellness, that we venture off to conversations about business, conversations about finances, conversations about politics, about conversations about nearly every kind of thing that you could think of. And I was giving an example about my friend Hector, who's a former professional boxer, and he's also a highly trained mixed martial artist. Saying I put him in the octagon with any human, and he's 50 now, and he's as strong and stronger than he was when he was basically professionally fighting. But at any rate, the reason why I say that is because a person like him, he flew me out to Wisconsin to take him through a retreat. I did a retreat for him. He put me up for 5 days. And I took it every day. We took him through just a massive amount of training. And a lot of those techniques were that I choreographed for him. I choreographed his own exercise, his own boxing, studio. A lot of those exercises, the basic ones, are on YouTube. If you look up X Kinetic LLC on YouTube, it's the letter X, KINETIC LLC. You'll see a person who looks like me, no beard and mustache, and you'll see another individual who will be trained going through some really good exercises that are low impact. There's no mechanism of injury in these exercises. There's no speed, no impact, no range of motion, and no overuse. I had to develop these exercises through my studies in kinesiology to develop a program that not only helps people get stronger and faster regardless of their sport, it helps them avoid injury and recover faster. And so my clients they've been able to get literally massive increases in power and speed, increasing their metabolism without interfering with their regimented program as it was. It's something that you can introduce almost like a supplement, but it's a very almost meditative form of training. But at any rate, long story short, a person like Hector can just take the information that they have and run with it. And he brings his own people into his studios and he teaches them. But for someone who may not feel as comfortable taking running with it, I'm able to just kind of be the voice and I pretty much act as an exercise piece of equipment while the person who's in charge of the membership is collecting the fees and the membership is gathered around them. And this is what I'm hoping to do for everyone who brings my way, because what he's done for me, that allows me to do this for anyone he brings my way. So of the people that I've seen in the group, this is basically a free customer service tool to build memberships around you, around your individual groups to create basically a filter for moving forward, and also a platform to engage people so that they can enter your world of health, fitness, nutrition, and wellness, and then be further introduced to business and finances and politics and things like that. But that's probably I probably covered some of that. I probably didn't cover some of the things that I did before, but now might be a decent time to answer a question or two, if anyone has any.
Yeah, what's some of the breathing techniques that you go over?
With the breathing, what I've seen from studying a lot of different Eastern, Middle Eastern, and some Western practices of breathing, they're often tied into religious type of things, but I don't approach it from a religious perspective. I approach it from kinesiology, strictly how the body functions. And I love faith, things like that. But I don't try to. That's more personal. I just try to break down the physiology part of it, because there's some elements of breathing that are basic across the board for every human being. And the number one thing is going to be basically just breathing. Not overcomplicating it, but allowing your body to breathe in a way that helps you get rid of the toxins. Because 70% of all the toxins that your body takes in is actually released through breathing. And it's not even a special kind of breathing. It's just breathing. And when we start to do that, when we realize that and focus on it a little bit, we try to basically kind of work on perfecting that a little bit by, well, how do you breathe? And then, how do you breathe during certain activities or exercises even, so that if you're doing a cardiovascular workout, you're able to breathe in a way that allows you to train at a higher intensity and go farther and longer without that feeling of oh my goodness, I think I'm going to die. Because half the time when a person is exercising and then they start to feel like they're running out of oxygen and they start to breathe really heavy, problem is not that they're not getting enough oxygen. The problem is that they're not getting rid of enough carbon dioxide, which is the actual breathing out. And so we'll focus on different things like this, patterns. We'll actually get into it if the person needs that. Because I don't work on things that a person is not interested in. If it's a martial artist, if it's a wrestler, if it's an athlete, marathon runner, then we'll go pretty deep to breathing and running gait and different things. But if they're just someone who's driving a truck and they're just trying to stay healthy, we're probably going to stay more around things that have to do with flexibility and higher intensities of training with limited ranges of motion. Using small spaces, using resistant bands, using especially choreographed exercises that helps them do what they need to do, even though they're sitting in a big rig for 16 hours a day, stopping at rest stops for breaks. And so the different things are customized for the individual, their career, their profession, their goals, whatever it is. Is that a decent answer, or should I go into breathing a little bit more?
Yeah, thanks for that explanation.
Yeah, there are real simple tools. If anyone on the team is interested in building their own membership, there are all kinds of tools. It just depends on how each individual wants to set up their own ability or set up their own way of bringing members on board. You can have a free membership for people to join a group for free, or you can have a monthly membership charging whatever it is that you feel your particular element focuses on. The person could have a membership of $10 a month to $1,000 a month. It just depends. If we have any martial artists out there, your membership should be high. But if there's someone out there who's just focusing on social media, which is really, really powerful, the membership, focusing on the numbers, so your membership is probably going to be a little bit lower, or maybe even a lot lower, so that you can focus on the numbers and high volume, rather than focusing on very smaller groups. But all these things can be done in this fashion: video, voice system like this, or it can be done face to face. And it just depends on what a person needs and what a person is trying to get as far as their own setup and system that they're trying to organize. I'll have recommendations for everyone, basically customizing whatever it is that the individual needs. But I don't presume to know what each individual should have. I take into account what each individual wants.
Okay, cool.
Okay. So then anybody?
Yeah, my own test. Oh, let's go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say my own personal testimony about the tools that I'm using. I choreographed my own exercises for the power and the speed, and I have some cardiovascular routines that I choreographed as well. And it is customized to the individual. But my own testimony about my use of these things, the health, the fitness, the nutrition, all these things is that I feel at 40, 44, I feel fantastic. I feel like I did when I was 19 years old, and I'm not lying. I was different. I was bigger and all that, but as a young man, you have all that growth hormone coursing through your veins, But as far as health wise, power and speed, I feel just like I did when I was a kid.
Now the things you teach, would it be easy for like an older person to do it, like a 95-year-old?
I think I heard that can I teach this to an older person? The connection.
Hold on, let me make sure if that's the question. Can you repeat that, Freeman?
Yeah. I was saying, like the techniques that you teach, is it easy and simple? Or like a 95-year-old could do it?
He said the techniques that you teach, are they easy and simple? And can like a 95-year-old do it?
Yes, actually, absolutely. I want everyone who might have any health-related risk to get cleared by a doctor, because it's all about safety. For me, that was what motivated me to learn, was because I started to train during an era where people were just starting to know enough just to really be dangerous, and so I tried to learn and study how not to injure anyone, and so the techniques are safe enough for somebody who's injured, for somebody who is disabled, for the elderly, for it's even safe for kids. But I don't work with anyone under 18, just for liability reasons. And also, but as long as a person is medically cleared to exercise or to engage in physical activity, then this exercise is safe, because there's no speed. The mechanisms of injury are going to be speed, impact, range of motion, and overuse. And then if they have any kind of predisposition or any kind of aversion to injury or any exercise that they don't like to do, that's going to be the only thing that we would have to work around. But the technique in itself is very safe. I've wanted to make sure that I went overboard on its ability to be safe and stay within very, very safe parameters. But at the same time, depending on a person, how intense they want to go, it can get very intense. But it will never be more intense than the person engages, because I never go ahead of the person. The person is always leading the intensity. I never lead the intensity. I basically keep up with the intensity, and I allow the person to challenge themselves, and I don't bring the challenge. I resist. I basically capitalize on the resistance that the person provides me without any mechanism of injury. You'll on the YouTube videos, you'll see pretty quick that the person that I'm training there, you'll see that there's no way to get injured, but you're going to see how in less than 60 seconds the person that I'm training is done. They're done with that exercise, and they haven't done anything that incorporates any mechanism of injury or possibility to get hurt.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, sir. Yes, my question. That's what's up.
I'll throw a piece of information out just for the sake of conversation. Is this training style, because it's very demanding on the body. It's very fast, it's very quick, very safe, and everything. But the recovery, when I looked at what the bodies were doing with my clients, I realized that nutrition is going to be more important than ever for recovery. And so that's where a lot of that focus on nutrition came from. Looking at the green leafy vegetables, the cruciferous vegetables, the fruit, beans, nuts, seeds, whole grains, and just going down another list of 8 elemental ingredients that food is gonna have to contain in order to provide a variety of nutrients from a variety of different sources to have awesome recovery and awesome health. And that's what allows a person to recover and then get back into the exercises, at improved levels and at the basically bounding health, because those are some of the results or some of the feedback that I've had with the results is the weight loss, the body's ability to heal different things. All of these things are activated, and the body is given what it needs in order to do what it already wants to do. The body will heal itself almost anything if it has sufficient nutrients to do it. Just like the nutrients are very much like the economy of the body. It's like the nutrients are the currency that allows the transactions to take place for healing, for repair, even for sleep. Your brain uses massive amounts of nutrients and energy for thinking, for doing all the things that just to be alive. And so when you're giving it the nutrients that it needs, it'll do what you ask it to do.
Okay.
How long you said you've been doing this?
Well, I've been using the system since prior to this particular training style since about 1986, 1987, when I was running track with when I was a kid, really. But my friends, we used to do certain exercises, and before we used to compete, and they were very unique, but they were effective. And just as I continued through sports, football, gymnastics, track, you name it, whatever I get my hands on, I just continued to train, and then finally, I did some of these things for the military. I command fitness, and then I also studied kinesiology at the University of Illinois, and so I've been using these things within the confines of military and things like that, and helping with that kind of training. But it's always had that same feel. So really, since professionally for the last 20 years, but it's been something that I've been very interested in for at least since 85, 86.
Oh, okay.
And what Midwest has allowed me to do is basically make it available for the team as basically basically a free service and a foundation, so that everyone has something that they can bring someone into, and I'm offering the system as either the backdrop or as even the front of something that that everyone can use to as a conversation piece, or as an all-out business, really, to help filter people in and through to even bigger and better things, like the things that we're doing together as a team.
Right. That's what's up. Anybody else got any questions?
more question. You were saying some type of vegetables. I didn't really pick up what you said. What type of vegetable? Ration vegetable? If you can relay that for me pretty well. I don't know if you heard me good, but I was just trying to see what type of vegetables you was naming when you said.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hello, hello.
You back?
Okay. I know there was another question, but I wasn't able to quite make out what was being asked. And Wes, did you catch that?
What was you asking, New Freeman?
Yeah, my fault. I think my phone just doing it right now. But I was asking. He said some type of vegetables. I ain't really hear what type of vegetables he was saying.
That you was talking about some type of vegetable?
Yeah,
Oh,
like
yeah.
naming a name of vegetable.
It's a good place to camp out. Um, it's very simple. The nutrition is but it's not common. That's the problem with the nutrition. You know, there's all kinds of supplements that you can buy and all these different things that you can do, which are fine. You know, I think supplements are great. But the thing is that if a person is is not eating sufficient green leaves, I'm talking about spinach, kale, collard greens, turnip greens, red leaf lettuce, green leaf lettuce, arugula, you name it. If it's green and leafy, that's what we're designed. We're designed to eat most of the leaves. And and so when a lot of times when people are eating, you know, they focus on avoiding this and that, but that's avoiding this and that is not the problem. Is eating a sufficient amount of sufficient amount of nutrients is the key, and the nutrients are by far mostly in the green leaves. You can get variety from everything else, and you can get specialty nutrients from different things from the variety. But the foundation, if you look at it, if you broke it down like this and said 90% of everything that we eat should come from whole plant foods. And of that 90%, 50% should be green leafy vegetables. Period. That's how we're designed. And you know, there's over 2,000 studies that you can look at. Dr. Joel Furman, he compiled a lot of those studies. And they keep saying the same thing, is that humans, primates, if you want to look at us that way, human beings are designed to eat mostly green leaves. And then everything else, that other 50% of the whole plant foods are going to be the cruciferous vegetables, the fruit, the berries, the beans, the nuts, the seeds, the whole grains, essential fatty acids, amino acids and whatnot. That you can get all the rest of those things, and they all have their benefits. But when you build it on top of the proper foundation, that's when you start seeing the maximum effect of all of the specialties. It's when you have the foundation right. Foundation should be the bulk of everything. And you know, for the person who's just avoiding this and avoiding that, that's a lot like saying to a person, oh, you know, just don't spend money on fast food and you'll be rich. No, it's not how it works. You have to get good income in order to have healthy finances. It's the same way. It's not about what you avoid, it's about what you bring in. That's the foundation. Foundation is what you bring in, not what you avoid.
Right.
So the green leaves are the key. And that's it sounds simple, but it's true. And I'm talking very simply. Most of the green leaves that I buy from Walmart or Jewel.
What's the name
and
of
I
the
just
video?
blend them up. I use water and lemon, distilled water and frozen lemon. I do frozen green leaves, blend them up, And I eat more green leaves than anybody I know. I'll eat a pound of green leaves in one sitting, no sweat.
So you were talking to strange Indian today?
Could you say that again? I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. No, I was just saying okay.
No, he just said okay.
Oh, okay.
Did anybody else have any questions for him? All right, Shock, you got the floor. I appreciate that, sonship.
Absolutely. Pleasure's all mine.
Yes, sir. Hold on one second.
Give me one moment.
Appreciate that, sonship.
Anytime, Midwest. That's fun. That's a blast. I love that stuff.
Yeah. And then next
Yeah,
time I
much
actually have
appreciated.
I'll send you an email first. So go ahead and download that Google Hangouts and get everything situated, and I'll hit you back in a minute.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, appreciate both of y'all for that, man. That's some good info. Wes always finding the people to connect with, man. Good shit, boy.
All the time, something for the family. And I got some more information for y'all. I got a call. I'm on the call. I can put you on speaker. You ain't got to say your name, but you can just let them know, the situation if you want to. Hold on one second. We got an anonymous call, but here we go. All right, y'all.
How y'all doing today? I guess what I'm calling out, what I'm saying today is, I was on the phone with the credit bureaus. And, most of them had a little bit of success speaking for my learning group. Had some success today. You feel me? I had them to back me over some requests for compensation forms because I have not gave them permission to sell any of my information for their personal gain. And I understand that they are supposed to hold the information, but when they go to sell the information, then it's a whole other game. They must either compensate you or they've got to stop soliciting, distributing, or bartering your information. Because it's like basically, you're the owner of your information. Can't nobody else own your information with your name on it. You're the owner of due course. You feel me? So if they have your information and they making money off of it, it's only right for them to give you a piece of the money that they making off of your name. Your name is your patent, your name is your trademark, your name is everything, your name is your credibility. So if they can pay for it, we're gonna make them pay for it. And if enough of us make them pay for it, we can shut them down in the long run, and they ain't gotta worry about the credit bills no more.
Yeah.
So like for instance, here in North America, Experian only has 6,000 employees. And those 6,000 employees, they annually make, as a whole, $3 billion annually. Just 6,000 employees. So imagine the employees they got over there in Beijing and Pakistan and Puerto Rico. You feel me? They also, this is a country, whatever you want to call it, make about $2 billion. But just here in North America, for 6,000 employees, that's $2 billion. So we're gonna divide that by 6,000, and that's like $333,000 a piece. If you divide $2 billion divided by 6,000 employees, that's how much each one of them making or getting. I need a piece of that. That's too much money.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's all I had to say for the day, though.
Appreciate that, family.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate that. Yeah, I'll be touching bases with you in a little bit or whatever. Talk a little bit more about that. Okay. Yeah. That was just an anonymous caller, you know, somebody with some information.
Drop some jewels. Very
Oh,
good
yeah.
information.
All the time. Hey, Shock, you ready?
Yes, sir. And yes, sir.
Yeah, there was some nuggets right there.
Yeah, it was.
The creator still sending people our way, y'all.
Yes, sir.
That information.
Shit. So this, but I'm just gonna go through it. I ain't go through it all the way. We just gonna go through it, just skim through it and stuff, y'all. The book is interesting. A lot of good stuff in there, though.
Okay. And the book that he's talking about is the book from, you know, the guy that was making the IDs.
Oh, it's called A Call to Arms, Volume 1.1, and there is volumes, and there is still updated volumes for the future, you know. But for chapter 1, what you get. Number 2, are you ready to handle the truth? State. Number 3, State Department listed. The Republic of Texas, that's foreign. All this stuff right here takes place on the statutes and penal codes and everything in Texas also. But the thing of having this book, you already have like a list of things you could just look up on your own penal code and statute, but use this as a guidance, you know what I mean? As something to make things easier for you to find under your own states. Right here, this is right here, the Supreme Court. See, it has a lot of information in here. And then hold on. This see the U.S. map. There is no state boundaries. If you look at the U.S., there's no state boundaries. That's just showing you that the state really fraud. And we got all the states, all the 50 states. It's giving you links. It got links to take you to the direct websites. You know what I'm saying? Where the information was acquired. U.S. corrupt government agencies got a list of all of them with abbreviations and DUN numbers. You know, DUN numbers, you already know what that means. They got all UN corporations, major corporation agencies, U.S. corporate government agencies, U.S. corporation state of Alabama. They got all the states, including their QSIP number. I mean, not the QSIP, excuse me, their DUNS number. So these are all corporations. If it got a DUNS number, you know it's a corporation. You know, and this right here, after recording this affidavit original, this is copies of an affidavit. It's giving real notaries and all that. DBA background report. This came judicial courts of the state of Texas printed. It's giving you the full research, y'all, and the law of the flag. You know, flag recognitions. Tell United States peace flag, title U.S. Code Chapter 1. It's telling you, it describes everything. The friends, the ghost friends, it's describing all that. What it's for: national flag, suspend constitutional army ceremonial, ceremonial and parade flag right here. You know, look, national flag, official Missouri state flag. It just got all kind of stuff, man. This is judge rules administrative court system illegal after 81 years, and it got the link and everything. This is by Martin Armstrong. Moore's International Law Digest. It got all kind of stuff. Winning in court, and then also if you go to the back, it also got notices of like affidavits, void judgments. You know what I mean? It got non-consent tow affidavit. If somebody's towing your vehicle, this is right here. You can get in. It's like it's already giving out documents, but this is under Texas, so you under your own state, you have to go and make it your own statutes and pinnacles and things of that nature. Yeah, disclaimer, certified of service, verification, handout, aka dot. This is amazing. Notice of demand warning to all public agents. You know, it got case law. We got case law in here. Black's Law Dictionary, USC codes, penal codes, statutes, trans codes, vehicle codes. You know, even got a little comic. Has the jury reached a verdict? We'll find the defendant guilty, and we would like to sentence his lawyer to 20 years. This is your slap idea of the slap on the wrist. Any last words? My lawyer was incompetent. Ignorance of the lawyer is no excuse. Any last words? My lawyer was crook and incompetent. We know he's up next. We must stand together, otherwise we will watch and see our friends hang alone. Know yourself and your enemy. Woe to attorney who is a liar, thief, treacherous traitor. Support the International Freedom Foundation so we enjoy our God-given unalienable rights. And it got Revelation 18:4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that you be not partakers of her sins and that you receive not her plagues. You know, to be not to be. Man, this is amazing. And you know where it came from when you got the cat paw. But yeah, y'all, this is amazing, y'all. This is amazing. You know, this book it does cost $100, but it is a lot of information in here, as you can see, and it's a good study book. You know, and this is awesome. It's really a lot of work done for you. You know, it's a lot of work done for you. The only thing that you have to do is just look up your own state and transfer the codes to your state. But it'll be real easy. They got other little comics. It's very amazing, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. It's good work. Good work. They got verses in here. It got all kind of things in here.
That's what's up.
Where you get that from?
I got it from a gentleman named Catman. A gentleman named Catman. Another little resource that we know. And yeah, he got that one. He got plenty of other books and stuff. He does a lot of other stuff.
Yeah, I need one of them.
Yeah, it's all gravy. We gonna line it up.
Now I'll make you stuff next time.
We're gonna line it up.
That's what's up, y'all. That was just information for the people. You know what I'm saying? The family, everybody that was there.
And now we got stuff coming. Always, we just looking for a lot of stuff, man. We always working on something, y'all. Always working on something. You can never have too much information.
We're gonna be working with Sonship on a lot of other little different stuff too. So y'all get ready. We're gonna get everybody ready because we know the situation that's aboard our ship. We know what time it is. So we're gonna get everybody right. It's right here on the team. You might as well utilize it. Anybody else got anything? See, Sunship, this is better than the other one. Now you're able to get in. Now, if you wanted to speak, you can go ahead and you can say something.
I think he muted himself.
No, he can't hear because he's still connected to the Discord. He never disconnected from the Discord.
Oh yeah, first time.
Yeah. It's all good.
He going in too. Look like he going.
Okay.
We can't hear you, Sunship.
Okay, let's see.
Okay, there you go.
Okay, got the volume cranked. Okay.
You good.
All right, is my voice getting through?
Yeah.
I have to try to get a different image because I don't want everyone to have to look at my face.
You all good. We all do that, Sometimes we just block our cameras or whatever. It's all good.
All right.
We all see each other.
All right. Well, yeah, that was that resource right there that Shock was showing. That's exactly one of the things the kind of thing that I'm looking for too. Something that has like a condensed, because there's a lot of information. There's a lot of information out there that and I like to do research. But if there's a concentrated, if there's a concentrated form or a concentrated research, then that's going to save me time. I've got to have it. So yeah, that was really good. I didn't catch all of it, but what I did see that looked like something that I want to get my hands on.
Yeah, we gonna Sunshine. We gonna hook it up. We all got it. We we gonna have some little page and go over some stuff in the Discord too. As a group.
Awesome.
But we do have the resource though.
Are you back now? Because you're making a mess.
We do have the resource, so whoever wants it, we can line it up. It's all good.
Awesome. That's been like the biggest thing about this team is that it has saved me so much time, and it's been that's probably the most valuable resource that we have is our time. And so if there's something that could help speed up the research process and make the best use of the time we're given every day, man, that is awesome. That's probably been the best part of this whole experience. And just the stuff that I wanted to know, and everybody really making the most of it.
Yes, sir. That's what's up. That's what it's about, That's how all we do is research, because we always have information and have the accurate information.
Is this tool right here because this seems like a pretty effective way to get video and to do chats. Is this going to be working with the Discord?
Yeah, we do this all the time. It's just we go back and forth. Now we mixing the beginners with the regular people, so everybody can get to know each other and become family as one, and be comfortable with everybody like we are in the next room.
Fantastic. Well, there's the kinesiology side of things. That's a good social tool for me. It's a good business tool for me. So if anybody's interested in that, I'm happy to help you with either building the social side of it or the business side of it or just the fitness side of it. And and you know, also the sonship side of things too is basically the ministry portion of it, because that's what's been my inspiration is in sonship, is just knowing the value that the Creator has for all of us, and that's how I know that all of these things that we're learning is true, is because it's always referring to our value and what we're worth. And once a person connects to that, then they know that everyone knows that you have to live in line with your value, and the things that reinforce that, and the things that speak to that are probably the things that are best for for you, for me. And so I'm just happy to share that aspect of things too, and also to receive that aspect of things from people that are also in that whole mind frame of knowing their value.
That's the whole point, knowing your value. And knowing when to move and knowing when to be cool. And let your paper work for you. That's why we do research. All right, appreciate that, Sunship.
Yeah, yeah.
Appreciate that shot.
Yeah.
Appreciate the team for being here. We still here, we went nowhere. We just do
All
shit
good.
a lot different, a lot different now. You know, when it's necessary. You know, that's just how it is. And if anybody wanna, be a part of the team, all you gotta do is hit me up, mbteammidwest@gmail.com or 414-399-9755. Y'all know the number.
Ain't nothing but facts over here, y'all. Facts and knowledge. And if we make a mistake, we real correct ourselves and accept corrections.
Exactly.
That's what I love about the team, man.
That's why I call everybody family, because shit, we all make mistakes. It's all about the correction.
Because y'all down this path, you're going down this road, you're gonna come in a lot of roadblocks. So, you know what I mean? To get to where we're at now, and people that got to where we're at before us, it's impossible like to go through this process without any roadblocks. You know what I mean? So it's like you can't do nothing but accept correction. If you can't accept correction, then this ain't for you, because you have to go through mistakes to understand this and to get certain stuff, because you're gonna think you understand certain things even though you understand it to a certain point, and then when you go doing what you're doing, you're gonna run into a little roadblock, and then you're gonna see that you wasn't correct all the way. You know what I mean? You was only partially correct, and you just gotta own up to it and correct it. So that's all it is. Because I'm telling you, through my little process, I had a plenty of little run-ins and plenty of little other, little things with this whole process. And don't let it discourage you. Move forward, and freedom's on the other side. That's why it's so hard. That's why, you go through the things you do. It's because it don't want you to be freedom. It don't want you to break free. But don't be afraid to close the door, because I promise you that another door will open. Don't lose faith.
Yes, it will. Real talk right there, brother. Real talk. Another door will open, just like what happened with our situation. You know, we was left out here, but look what happened. We was pointed in another direction, and bam, where we at right now. That's how it worked. One door closed, another one open. So don't be afraid to close that door, because man, the door that you open, man, just think about it. If y'all don't know, y'all need to check out this list of events transpire, and I'm gonna leave it as that. I ain't gonna get deep into it, but the team know what time it is. What up, Chloe, Bear, Ed West, Nitty Detroit, P, Mark. We got Fee in the house. We got the whole team in here. Well, this ain't the whole team because we deep now. We got over 20 some people, 30 some people. We growing slowly but surely.
And I just want to
Yeah.
add, hello.
You there?
Yeah,
We hear you.
I just want to add to what Shock and Midwest was saying about um, the situation at hand, what's going on, or them tapping on it. And I'm speaking to the viewers or the listeners. If you have any thoughts, or you've been having any thoughts, you've been seeing things that's not been right with you, you know, seeing things on the news, seeing things happen in your face, and you wondering why certain things are happening. Start doing your own little research. You got to start reading and opening up books and really allowing yourself to know that it's start reading the books, pick it up. Things that if your mind is telling you something's not right, your mind is not gonna lie to you. You know, we can't stay asleep to the fact of what's going on, especially when it's happening in your face. So I just want to keep it short, sweet, and I encourage you to join the group. You know, if like I say, certain things been happening, you've been wondering why. Um, um, why is back before years ago that we can do certain things and then now it's a drastic change. But I'll put it like this because this is happening across the world. Check out your weather. Just look at your weather. And this is happening across the United States. Anyway, so I'm gonna leave it at that because this group is where you need to be at. Really, we got good people here. Like Shock said, Midwest. You know, when things happen to where not saying we get misinformation, but if something that needs to be corrected, they correct it. You know, so it's real good people here. We welcome you here because it's more of us out there that needs to just open up and just say something. Because keeping your mouth closed, you keeping your by keeping your mouth closed, you keeping yourself in the position you in. And I'm out.
I couldn't have said it no better.
Yeah, that was well put. And the fam is just like that, man. Midwest been keeping us together. That's what it is.
It's all good, baby. It's all good. That's what we're here for. People understand what a foundation is, they'll know when they got family. Until then, they gonna be lost. So that's why, like you said, that's why we here. We kept ourselves together, hand and fist since day one. Like I said, we're gonna go through this hand and fist. That's what made our foundation solid. Because if all us together, hand and fist, and if we throw a blow all together, can't nobody stop that. That's just like the mighty blow from the creator. Can't nobody stop that. So that's why we got to stay focused, and that's why we've been doing what we doing and keep moving, regardless of what people say or what's going on, the weather, whatever, the money, the banks, whatever. We don't, you know, what's understood need not be explained because we already know.
Yeah.
Man, that was good, man. I appreciate y'all, man. We ain't been over here in a minute, but that's what's up. And we gonna keep it coming. Try to do this like 3 times a week. Come with some different knowledge every time we come on here about something different, and try to bring people home, far as with the ready health, fitness, with the wellness, with sunship. You know, getting it up and moving. Because, like I say, everybody over here can use that. I know I can.
Yeah, me too.
We already thinking about
I
putting a little
can.
and doing something. So we already been talking about a lot of stuff. So it's all like you say, you speaking into existence. So we already been speaking it into existence. We just gotta put our feet forward and keep on doing what we doing, and it's gonna happen like everything else. Energy goes where energy flows. That's why we stuck right here because we flowing. The energy is right here. You know.
Something that's been really amazing to me is just how everyone has been, on the same page in terms of wanting to have greater understanding about what's going on with politics, with the world, with finances, with business, with health, and that's a rare team, that's a rare group because not everybody cares about these things, and I've been able to ask questions here, and I've been able to get things done from an administrative standpoint that I didn't know how to do myself, and I've done what I think was a lot of research about this stuff, and I just didn't I just didn't have the understanding that I've seen demonstrated here, and that's helped me get to an administrative place with some of these things, and it's, I mean, that's huge. And being able to ask the questions and being able to bounce ideas, and and to say something, to speak and be heard. I mean, that right there is a miracle in itself. But I mean, those are some of the things that I really appreciate about this group, and especially the transparency, because there's nothing hidden, and everything is transparent, and when everything's transparent, then there's nothing, to, you know what you're dealing with, and that's been awesome. So I really appreciate that, gentlemen. Appreciate that, ladies and gentlemen.
Most definitely. That's what we do.
Deserves a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Filled with so much
Real talk.
energy. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
Real
bro.
yeah.
talk.
Yeah.
Real shit. Real shit.
It's
Man.
been a good live. It's been a good session right here, y'all. Amazing. The energy's flowing. I feel the current. I got like a little, how the hair stand up on you like that, and we ain't even doing that. I'm just flowing the current in me. When I touch the TV, I'm shocking it. I get shocked like a little pop. For real, I ain't playing. I'm telling you, I've been touching a lot of stuff. Like I've been touching a lot of things, and I've been getting shocked. You know how we get shocked? 'Cause, we're like we hold electrical current, but my electricity, my current is high.
It's all good, man. That's how it's supposed to be, man.
I feel that. I feel that current.
I'm trying to I'm
Man.
trying to I'm trying to push it through the viewers. I'm trying to push it through the viewers, the people viewing. Yeah, they gonna feel it.
Yeah. Yeah, they feel it, bro. They feel it. They know. Because they hearing it from different people. And they just not hearing it from the same person. You see what I'm saying? And that's what make it
Yup.
real. Because you hearing it from more than just one person and not the same old different people all the time. It's always somebody different. So, man, that's what make me feel good. That's what make me do what I do because it's like they really
Amazing.
get it. Like they waking up. Like we waking them up, bro. Slowly but surely, we waking people up.
Yup.
They do
And
certain things that they want to do that they've been wanting to do. It might not be all this other stuff that people are here searching for and this, that, and the other, but it's a place where it's gonna put you where you're gonna be straight for the rest of your life. So, you know, hey, that's why I
And
love doing what I
believe that.
do. And that's why I love doing what I do, helping the people. All I do is bring
people,
the
y'all.
people and let it ride. Everybody else is there from there. Me, I just sit back. I do my work, my due diligence, and then I let the people deal with the people that's taking care of the business because I don't charge nobody nothing. It's not me. But at the end of the day, everybody's taken care of. That's why we're a family. Go ahead, shot.
Not much, I was just going on what you was going, just grin. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey, Nitty, you got anything, close you, before we jump off here?
No, we're strong close tonight.
Okay, it's all good. What about you, Fee? You got anything to say before we jump off here? Go ahead, Nitty. I don't know if Nitty talking or he's trying to talk, but we can't hear him. But it's all good. Number love. I know if he's trying to speak, he's trying to say something. You know what I'm saying? That's positive to the people and make them laugh at the same time because that's the type of person he is. He have a special sense of humor. He keep everybody together with that, and that's what we like about fam. You know what I'm saying? So, man, it's crazy. Well, everybody in a unique way is the reason why we still together. And when y'all realize that, y'all won't just be saying Midwest got us here. We got us here. Straight up. I might have answered a couple phone calls I wasn't finna answer, but at the end of the day, we still got us here. Because
Yes,
without
sir.
y'all, straight up, without y'all wouldn't be no me. I wouldn't have had nobody to research for to bring nothing to the table. So I appreciate y'all just as well as y'all appreciate me.
Barbie being jealous.
Definitely appreciate you.
And I've been saying that since day one.
Likewise, brother. If it wasn't a platform for me to step on, I wouldn't be able to jump in the pool and get wet.
That's right.
I liked it that one. It's all good. It's all good.
And
Yeah,
just
this
like
team
every winning
definitely.
team out there, everybody got to work together. No team can win by itself. It takes the team to win. Over here, we're going to win together.
Yeah. We all role players. Everybody play a role. And that's how we got where we at right now. Everybody played a role. Everybody did what they needed to do for themselves and for the team. That was the whole thing. to do what you need to do for yourself and the team. And that was just research. Research, 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 research. That's all.
And there's one more thing to the viewers too, Midwest, that I got to say. When, like Midwest is saying, research, research, research. When something has been brought to your attention by your own research, and you come to your reality that what you're researching and find out is true, there's no way you should go back to that old life you've been living. No way. No, unless
I'm gonna add into that real quick. Once you, it's like it's kind of like from my point of view. Once you open up and you actually know what's doing is true, and you actually experience it. From my experience, it's like I'm still not able to see life how it once was. You know what I'm saying? And for me, even if I wanted to go back, it'll be hard to fit in because it's like once you're open to it, it's hard to be. You know, it's hard to unsee things that's already seen. You know what I mean?
Right.
In other words, put it that way. Like it's hard to unsee things that's already seen. So from my experience, it was kind of hard.
There's not no going back.
Yeah. There was no going back for what was it, Neo? His name was Neo in the Matrix, right? Leo.
Right.
Leo. There was no going back for him either.
It's like if you like Shock said, certain things he found out. It's like you can't look at life the same way because you didn't found some information out to individuals' truth, your own individuals' truth, because everybody got their own mind to think how they want to think, and that's another that's another thing about this group. You know, they allow you to be you. You know. And the thing about it as well is with this energy we always talk about. And it's the reason why all this energy and all these people is coming together like this. And even the viewers that's viewing in right now, listeners that's listening in right now, you know, because it's something in you, that energy that you can't see, you know. So that's the strongest thing. Gravitate towards the energy, allow your energy to make some decisions for you rather than some things that's information you've been taught and been groomed, and then now you're put in a position to make a decision off of the information you didn't found out, and then after you make your decision, you wonder why I did this and I did that and I did this, and why did it never work? Well, once you do your research, you'll find out a lot of the foundation and tools that they've been teaching us has done just what they wanted to do, and that's to just pretty much keep you dumb. It might sound kind of crazy, but do your research, and then you'll start finding out. So, like Shock said, it's like once you read something and find it out, you can't unread it. You read that shit. Excuse me, you read it. It's there.
It's like Pandora's box. They say that Pandora's box is easy to open, but very hard to close.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Hey, I like that, Ed West, man. You did your thing on that, man. You put that right in perspective, man. Straight up.
For sure, man. For sure. Like, and I wasn't as how can I say knowledgeable to certain things before I came to this group. Of course, I had I always had a certain exclamation mark over my head walking around in life, you know. So as Sunshine said before in some groups that we was talking about, and he said he was hard-headed. I think everybody on this line right here is hard-headed.
Yeah.
And that's not a bad thing. I think it's a good thing, because that means we're not following the flow of things. You follow the flow, you go down with the Niagara Falls.
Hey, and that's the why. Remember, the path that this is on, the narrow path, the wide path. You don't want to be on that path, y'all.
Right.
Like he said, that
True
Niagara
business.
Falls path. You ain't want to be on that Niagara Falls. That thing on you hear the name of it, that thing gonna bring you down to your knees. Yeah,
And
you gonna have to fall now.
just to hear E West speak like that from now to the day I first met him, he sound like a different person.
That's right.
So it just goes to show you when people do their own research and do their own due diligence, then they get an understanding themselves. So it ain't about they listening to me or the next person. Shit, they like he said, if you read something, you can't unread it. A
It's
guy was
impossible.
asking me something about A for V or something. I don't talk much, you know. Here you go. This what you talking about? Bam. Oh my goodness, Midwest, you all questions answered. You see, like
That could have easily
if
been
you
me
don't
because because I've
if you
been
don't
I've been I've
like
been I've been helped.
give me 1 second. If you don't believe me, just question me on it. And if I don't know it, I got 20 people in the group. Somebody know it.
And if and if not, we gonna give you our best explanation and be like, this is not 100%. Do your research, and once I come across it, I'll let you know.
Or we'll research it right there on the spot. That's just how we do
Yep.
it. You know, right on the
Yeah,
spot. Bam.
It'd be
that
like that
gonna
a lot
take
of times
most.
too. It's like that a lot of times. Research right there on the spot. Nah, the
On the
whole
spot.
group. Sometimes we be talking, whole group in there. Next thing you know, get a text. Boop. Oh, somebody in the team already found it. Found it. Doo-doo-doo. Just like that.
Just like
Teamwork.
that.
Make the dream work.
Exactly.
Everybody got their
Go
own
ahead,
play.
Mark.
The foundation is more than just one person on the foundation. The foundation is all of us. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
That's why we hand
And
it
we
forward.
keep the foundation right. We keep the foundation strong.
Solid.
I don't know if you all can identify with this experience, but prior to this group, I was like really, really focused on just trying to gather a lot of information, and I felt like I was really, I felt like I was getting somewhere, and I was like just reading stuff that I can't unread, and taking that red pill, and but then when I came across this group and I saw what y'all were learning and actually doing, not just theory anymore, just actually doing it. And I had to say, I was like, okay, I knew for a fact that it was no longer time to, it was no longer time to research. It was time to, it was time to act. And it was time to, because, like I said, you guys were, I want to say, light years ahead. And, and so that just, it caused me to rest a little bit because I was putting in a lot of energy and a lot of time into research and some things that I thought were very effective, and I think they are, but this was more what I was actually moving toward, and just being part of the group and then and getting involved with what with the processes that are actually being done has brought me closer to where I want to be by with what I was ultimately interested in, by leaps and bounds. And so just being part of this group right now, it carries its own weight. I don't feel like I feel like I feel like I'm part of something that's moving with its own energy, and it's not really not necessarily the energy that I'm bringing to it. I want to bring all the energy I have to this to this group, but even if I do, it already has its own energy and it's already going to good places, and it already gone to good places. And so that's I mean, this is unique. If you turn on the TV and you catch a marketing ad, it's just going to be one company talking about itself, saying how great it is. But like everyone is saying, these are all individual people saying, hey, this, I have benefited from what I've learned here, and this is consistent with what I'm learning. And so it's like that, having those different perspectives and different people, taking the time to say, hey, hey everybody, there's something real here. That's better than a commercial that you can find on TV that they paid everyone to say what what they're saying, and all the colors are scientifically placed in the right places, and everything. This is actual real life people, telling their own experience. So I just think that's awesome, and that's in real time. So amazing.
Yes, sir.
And
Yes, sir.
that's amazing. And another thing to add to that, what you were saying, Sonship, was when you were saying what when you finally picked up the phone, and you came, and it was time to act. When it was time to act, you closed the door, you closed one of your doors, and another door opened. That you know what I mean. And that's what I was saying earlier. Don't be afraid to close the door. Another one will open. You know what I'm saying? By closing the door is an act of faith. Things not seen but hoped for. And you might get things more than what you was hoping for, you know? And people just gotta continue open the door. And your number one enemy is yourself. What stops the people from acting is the word no, or the people around you. They're saying no. Don't let the word no stop you. And for people that comes, you will figure out what the word no means, the true definition of the English word no. Y'all just pick up the phone. Don't be afraid to call. Don't be afraid to email. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Every question will be answered if you guys ask it. You know, emails, if it could be disclosed, don't be afraid. And don't be afraid. If you guys have doubt or worry, or somebody, pick up the phone and we'll give you the fact. We're gonna send it straight like that. We'll give you just like that. We want people to ask questions because we want to feed people, because feed people because they're gonna give them the more knowledge and energy to want to come. And like, okay, you know what I mean? We want people to arise and wait. We don't want people to sleep. We want people to wait. That's why we're doing what we're doing.
Yeah, yeah,
Don't be afraid.
yeah. And on that
Stop.
note, from what Shock is saying, sorry about that, Shock. Go ahead.
I was just saying, don't be a watcher. Be an act. Stop watching
Right.
and act. Be a part of it. Be part of the change. Change start with
Right.
yourself.
There it is. Yep. And with
And
with that being said, I'm just going to add my personal experience before I joined the group, and then after I joined the group. Okay, I'm gonna say this, and I know it's people not in the group, or maybe not in the listening group or the following group right now, but it's people out there that I'm pretty sure feels the same way I felt at some time. And I'm going back to high school. Let's go back to high school real quick. And I got a graduated diploma, did all that, and but to get to the meat of this, when I started going to a certain bank and doing my banking there, and I've been going there for some years or so. I always seen a certain person that was working there. We always threw a hand up. We say, hey, keep going, keep it moving out. But the energy at one point in time, the energy allowed us to just. It was a meeting of the minds at that time. That the same security guard. So as I'm walking out, we talking. Now we talking. We talking. We talking. Now we get to know one another on the basis of just communicating, right? And 2018, 2017, in the 2000 period, you know, we is a group of people who have problems communicating these days. You know, especially in the environment that I'm in right now. You know, I'm in California, so and I'm in Los Angeles. So, you know, you got all type of different minds going on at one time, you know. But just getting back to the point that we have to start speaking more to each other. And it doesn't have to be the same. He doesn't have to look the same. He doesn't have to look the same because we all human. We all bleed the same, you know. So that's part of the system also too, through the foolery in there to make us think that we're different than other people because of colors or creeds or names or how somebody sounds or whatever. You know, that's part of darkness. You know, so getting back to the story, when I met this guy at the bank, we started talking, and then he told me, he said, "Man, check this out, man. Check this out. Do this and do this and do this," because we had the same phone company. So I went on the phone company, and I'm not gonna tell you what I did, but you know, I found out I got my eye opened a little bit more from that point. From that point, my eye opened, right? So what I did was now I started researching from that point on. From that point on, like me and Shock were saying before, Midwest was saying before, once you read things, you can't unread it. Once you find out certain things, you cannot just displace it in your mind because it's there. The mind is very strong. It's not going to let you unless you just want to stay asleep or be in the dark. So um, once that happened, research, research. Now my mind, I'm thinking totally different. So you know what? I said, you know what? And I told him this. I said, man, I wasn't enthused like this in high school to learn like I am right now as a grown damn man. I'm retaining information better now than I was back in high school. And now I'm getting why. Like I said, I was always the one with the exclamation mark. Now I'm getting the reason why. Because my inner being was telling me, my energy was telling me that this information that you're getting don't mean nothing to you right now. This is why I wasn't retaining it too much. I passed, I graduated, I, you know, did all that. I didn't fail, none of that. You know, I had good grades going through high school. But again, once I found this information out, I'm retaining more information better, understanding it better, comprehending it better than I did even in high school. So that is just, you know, it's a what's the word I'm looking for? Uh, oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. Anyway, I'm glad I can say this out my mouth to other people that can hear this, because I know it's other people that's out there that feel a certain way, but they don't want to just, like Shock said, they don't want to close the door on that old way of life. They don't want to lose a certain friend. They don't want people looking at them crazy. They don't want people, you know, they don't want to feel outcast. They want to continue to go against the grain and, oh, it's okay. This is, and the word that really fucks with me is when people say, oh, it is what it is. No, it ain't. It is what you make it. It's not, it is what it is. That's when you just going along with the flow. It's what you make it. So I just want to throw that in there as well. It's like this is giving me more a drive to even learn more and more, because you know it's a lot to learn, because a lot that I've been learning through high school, through elementary, through junior high, you know, even through being in certain groups, not this type of group, but different type of groups. None of that, man. I can't. I'm not applying none of that in life right now. School didn't teach me how to be a man. My daddy did that. And my mama did that. You know, so it's certain credit. Even when we in there writing and all, man, they just it's a trap. I know it sounds way far off the wall, but you know, this is just coming from this is my truth as an individual, as a flesh and blood man. That's where I'm standing from. So, and again to the group, I thank y'all for being there for me. You know, and I'm there for you as well. You know, Clove again. You know, as we talk all the time. You know, we got to be more verbal with people. Everybody got to be more verbal, because we'll never know what this next man or what you have for this next man or this next man have for you. And I'm not talking about no monetary fiat. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about energy wise. So people out there, if you're listening, again, I say, if you have any questions or doubts, don't worry about the person to the left and to the right of you right now. You got to worry about you got to free your own mind. Because if you sitting there and you getting headaches and shit all through the day, you going to work and you and ain't nothing changing and you wondering why, and you that person. You that person. You got the strength right there. You just got to make that decision. Like Shock said, close that door and open. And the other one's gonna already be open once you close it, because you seeking the light when you opening doors. Once you seek the light, you will be able to see. On that note, I'm out.
Yeah, right there, respect, man. That was good right there. Y'all hear it. Y'all hear it live. This is coming from the heart. This ain't written down or anything. This is coming straight from the heart, y'all.
Real talk, man. That's why that's why I be man, I be lost for words sometimes because like he said, it's people out here that feel just like you, just like me. And shit, he couldn't have summed it up no better. Like I learn more now in these 8 months of researching than I did all my entire schooling. And that's just for real. It's like what they was trying to show me wasn't, like he said, it wasn't shit. I wasn't trying to learn that shit. They couldn't
You
they
was
couldn't brainwash
you
me with that shit. So that's why I didn't
right.
understand it because I wasn't supposed to. That's why I'm right here right now.
That's what I'm talking about.
Because I
Right
didn't
there.
let them win, you know? I met
And
them
this ain't
so
for
far.
everybody.
I met them so far, but I ain't let them win. You see what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I still chose to do what I wanted to do. Yeah, sonship,
And
it's deep over here, brother. Real deep.
Well, I'm still thinking about what you both said about how you're learning more now, and, and I was thinking the exact same thing. I was like this hearing and learning this information, somehow it just tunes into and it resonates part of my brain and a part of my heart that seems that just rings true. And it doesn't take effort. It doesn't take effort to learn this, because I mean it takes effort to learn something that's not true, because you have to lie to yourself and you have to convince yourself, and it takes great effort to brainwash yourself. But when you hear something that's true, it falls right into place.
you wonder, and on that note right there, so like you said, when you hear something true or you see something true for yourself, and then all of a sudden something happens to where your arm gets chill bumps or something. When you read some shit and your arms get chill bumps and you get a certain energy going on, yeah, that is the powerfulest shit. Excuse my powerfulest shit ever, right there. Is when because when what you're reading is verifying it for you. You're verifying what you're reading.
That's right. You
Because
can't
and don't stop with
manufacture
just
that.
one reading. Go find another reading, and then go find another reading, and then match them all up. And if you see, your body will let you know. Your energy will let you know where you're at. Like right now, I got chill bumps right now saying this shit.
That's the truth. You can't create that in a laboratory.
Mm. You know, this music these days, a lot of the, and I'm not gonna go into that too deep because I don't want to offend anybody in any type of way. And again, I say, anything that's coming from me, Ed West, is my own personal experience. So I'm only speaking from what I've been through and how I see life. And again, I've been here for a while. I'm good age right now, but seen a lot of things, and I know a lot of people have people that's either wanting to be in the industry or been in the industry or in it or whatever, But look at the underground line of it. The bottom line of that. You gotta look at the bottom line of that. Again, that's a platform. It's a certain platform. So again, I go back with just going with the flow of things. If you go with the flow of things, man, it's not looking too good right now. I mean, look, you got kids; they don't even respect their own mamas and daddies right now. And this is at the age of 5 and 6 when you hear them talking and being disrespectful, totally disrespectful. So that didn't just come from 10 years ago. No, that came from years and years of training. It's sad to say, but it's been
Hey, babe, how much
years
did
and
you
years of
count?
training.
38? No, you
So
counted 4,000, or what did you count the car?
38, but then you found 200.
I
Yeah,
say
but I
to
count.
people out there, man, again, come to the group. If you want to know anything, it's a lot of people in the group that are very knowledgeable and that will help you. So don't be scared. Break away if you got to, because staying in the same position that you're in, and but you want to get out, but you're doing the same thing. They call that something, and I think they call it insane, huh? So in order for you to make a change, um, close the door behind you and walk forward, and the door is going to open for you. All you got to do is go to the knob and twist it. Meaning to say, pick up a book, read it, open it up, and just keep walking.
That's real talk. What's up, P? See, you made it back. Everybody was just getting a little something about, their experience with the team since they started. Not nothing too deep in detail, just, what they done, learned and, how they feel about certain things. And, like I call everybody, I call y'all my family. It's day one.
Yeah.
Somebody email me, I email them right back. They want to talk, I call them ASAP, That's just me.
Shit, man. Yeah, y'all always made me feel like it was a home, man. Shit.
Well, that was my motto. Because if people felt like they was dealing with family, they'd be a little comfortable. They'd be able to open up and speak a little bit more instead of trying, always being on that the defensive side.
Yeah. Well, all I can say is, bro, I damn near called you every day since day one, nigga. So yeah, we family.
It's all good. It's all love. It's all good.
Yeah, finally got off work and shit.
That's what's up. I know you happy.
Hell yeah.
That'll be over soon, but yeah, that's another story for another day.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all coming on here, man, giving the people the real so they can see and they can still reach out, mbteammidwest@gmail.com or 414-399-9725. It's all good. Hit me up. I talk to everybody. My phone ring while we on the live. I answer it. People have information. I let them give it to the team right away so they can see I'm not just making it up or, I'm not the only one that's researching. I'm not the only one that know that is something out there for the people. And I'm not the only one that know that. And my team is not the only one that know that because we was just here talking about other things and the phone was going off. So we know we opening up eyes and they helping open up eyes. So that's why we come together as one. And when Sunship came around with the ready wellness, that's just perfect. Who wouldn't want to be fit and in shape and be able to move and operate? You know what I'm saying? For the things that we talking about, we want to do. We got to be ready for this. Then he didn't even introduce the other side of the things that he does, as far as the protection and all that type of stuff. We got a lot of stuff going on, man. So just know it's deeper than just the accounts and what people talk about. It's a lot of knowledge over here, and it's a lot of things going on. People's getting themselves together and situated for the long haul.
When I first started to share a little bit about some of the things that I was hoping to bring to the table, I was mostly, just thinking about Midwest in terms of, he's doing a lot, and there's a lot of things, and then I started to think too. It's like, just from that military perspective, it's like he really is, you really are on the front line of things, and I was like, and so I was like, if I was thinking, man, if the security side of things, that could be important, and I know that, but you know that was just something that I said, well, you know what, if I'm going to bring something to the table, then I really want to bring, my heart to the table, and just say that I know that what you're doing is, you're really putting it all on the line. And so, so I just mentioned that side of things. So, I guess just to be real practical, and same for the whole team, because if we, this, just being able to look out for one another, and always making sure that everyone's okay, and because if somebody ever needed some help, and they needed to call someone and say, hey, help me out, I'm in a spot, that people have your back. And so the security side of things came to my mind too. So I wanted to bring that to the table, as much as the health and wellness, and as much as the ministry side too. Is just, it's just like with what you're saying, family looks out for family, and that's all there really is to it. There isn't a whole lot that can be said about that. It just is what it is. And so, so it really, it's an honor to be there for family. And even in the hardest times, it's an honor. And so, I'm happy to do that. And and like I was saying before, it carries its own weight, because I'm able to have this conversation, and just listen on the call, because of the time that was saved. I don't have to, I don't have to run off and do something else right now. It's like, all that time that was saved, I can stop for a minute now, and talk to people, and try to contribute to a community, and I can do that now. So I just so here I am, and you know I'm gonna stop talking now.
You good, Sonship. I appreciate you, brother. And everybody on the team appreciate you. Trust and believe.
Yes, yes, we do.
Really do. All knowledge is welcome.
And that's that, y'all. We got RJ the creator out here. saying what's up to the team in the chat. Y'all want to say what's up to RJ, the
What up,
creator,
RJ? What up? What
passport,
up?
showing love to the family,
What up, Passport?
passport out there. No, I ain't got no nothing against nobody, bro. I don't hold no grudges against nobody. You know, it's love over here. You know, so like I said, all people gotta do is hit me up, MB Midwest, gmail.com or 414-399-9725. It's all good. You know, just know that it's hand and fist. It's a foundation. It's not one person or nobody over nobody. It's everybody is together, hand and fist. And that's just how we operate. And we're gonna be here. You know, it's a lot of people that ain't here that I wish was here. You know, right now at the moment, it was a lot of people in this group. Over, let me see, we had 62 plus these new people right here. Man, it's almost over 100 and some people just for two people to organize and put something together, and just to have 100 people from different states come together as a whole is unbelievable. Just for two people that don't even know each other from two different states to just try to find knowledge and information and put it together and give it to the people and bring people together. I've never seen that happening like this.
And never met in person, face to face.
So this is like, to me, I was like, it's meant to be. It was already written. So why not do what's supposed to be done? Yes. Excited to be a free man. That's what's up. On the road. On the road. I just want to say I appreciate the fam. Like, share, subscribe. We always say that. Once again, Sunship, appreciate you, Shot. You know what's up. Everybody else, y'all know what's up. Yeah, West Club, Nitty, New Freeman. Boo Life in the building. She snuck in. She snuck back in. That's what's up. Nothing but love, y'all.
Yo.
Same here, brother. Same here.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thanks again, everybody.
Yep, I appreciate y'all in this little hanging out with me for this little hour or two or whatever. And I'm finna end this. So like, share, subscribe. Y'all know what y'all want to do. Join the team. Hit us up. MBTeamMidwest@gmail.com.